Okay, guys, so I can't do this.
Are you gonna introduce me?
Oh fuck, hold on. Happy Beyond Day. Today we are celebrating Beyond, and I have my special guest with me, Jared.
And my tiny dog, Tinka.
Oh, I forgot about Tinka because I couldn't see her.
She's so little.
We went over to Carl's Jr. and grabbed our free burgers because in celebration of Beyond Day, they were giving out a free burger if you walk up to the register and you say,
Happy birthday, Beyond.
Happy birthday, Beyond. So, well, okay, you had to buy a drink, but still, it's a free burger. That's great. And then we went over to Del Taco, got a bunch of tacos, and now we're gonna do a mukbang.
Can't wait. Full disclosure, I have not eaten yet today. It is almost 4 p.m., so I am ready to dive in.
He's real hungry. He's been real snappy. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I love mukbang so much. Okay, what do you want to start with first?
I don't know. Should we try a taco?
Taco.
Okay.
Yes, crunchy taco.
And then there's sauces over here.
We got our hot sauces. I'm more of a mild sauce girl, so.
I might need help because Tinka's in my one arm, so you might have to open sauces and pour them in for me.
Half of this food is actually for Tinka. Okay, so Jared has never tried the Beyond Crumble in a taco or anything, right?
No, I've never had. I've had a Beyond Burger one time from the grocery store when you guys made it for something.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is a big
excited.
deal. So this is the first time him trying the fast food version, the Beyond Burger from Carl's Jr. and the Beyond Taco from
Del Taco.
So let's see. I'm very excited to see his real reaction to this. What do you think? It's bomb, right?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, it's really good.
Isn't it so good?
I just got a little piece of avocado in there too. They don't charge extra for the avocado?
No. It's like a replacement for the cheese, which is how it should be everywhere. Well,
This is so good.
it's so bomb.
You know how they always make fun of taco meats at fast food tacos, saying like it's not real meat?
Yeah, because most of the time it's like not
Yeah,
right.
so this is really, I honestly can't tell a difference between this and when you get a normal taco or
like
whatever.
the ground beef or whatever.
Yeah.
I know. So I went the day that it was released. I think it was the 25th of April. Got the taco, so it's not my first time trying it, but I've pretty much eaten one every day since, which I think I need to chill. I told all my friends about it. I posted about it on social media, and one of my girlfriends who's not vegan went and got it and posted about it and told me that she liked it more than the meat version. So.
I know, this is so good. I'm not vegan either. But they're about to convert me with this taste.
Plot twist, Jared is not vegan, so.
Do a napkin.
Yeah. I got one. Tinka, what do you think? What do you think, Tinka?
Tinka loves fast food.
I know. Okay, so next we're gonna dive into the soft tacos, and then we'll get the final opinion from Jared, who is a avid soft taco fan. So this is what the soft taco looks like. This is how much meat you get. It's just normal, you know, fast food.
Let me see what yours
portions.
looks like. The same as mine. My favorite thing is a soft taco.
Okay.
I like them every style. Whether it's like traditional with just like the onions and the cilantro, or whether it's like the American style with the shredded lettuce. So I like them from everywhere. Should I take like a big bite?
Take a big old bite. Oh my god, the anticipation is killing me.
This is the money, honey. I could eat 100 of these.
Right? They're so good.
I just don't like crunchy as much as soft.
No, I'm more of a soft taco person also. But honestly, the crunchies, I've been getting them just when Beyond came out with them. Otherwise, I always eat soft tacos. So good. Yeah, I feel like you can never find like good vegan crunchy tacos anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Spicy?
No.
Good?
Oh, fuck no. Not spicy. It just is very filling and delicious.
Sure, it's never spicy enough for you, huh? So yes, I always forget that you're supposed to say this when you're doing a mukbang. You're supposed to be like, you know what? If you have a meal right now, you sit down, have a meal with us.
Yeah, sit down.
Let's eat together.
Grab your cutlery, and have a seat. Is it mukbang or mukbang?
Well,
mukbang.
I always thought it was mukbang.
Yeah.
But I've been saying mukbang because
I don't
basic
know if
white
they-
girl.
I don't know if we know how to say it.
We don't know how to say it, so honestly, if
We'll
you-
each say it one way, and then whichever way is the right one, we can
mukbang.
mukbang.
I don't know, let us know which is the right way. Okay, so while we're doing this, oh wow, really? No.
It's kind of a revolution, what is it, a revolution? No, a revelation to have it
right?
like crumbled up like that and with all the seasoning and stuff.
Well, yeah, because that's essentially what, and honestly, remember when Taco Bell got caught because they were like serving mostly like a plant-based, it's like textured vegetable protein because it saves them money.
Yeah.
And they were like, there's like 10% beef in it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well then clearly, you know, but we're never really eating it in the first place.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to bring Jared on today to do this, to convince him about all the delicious plant-based junk you can have.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to talk to you about an experience that I had last week. Let's keep eating. Should we dive into the burgers next?
Let's save the burgers because I
Okay.
want to hear the story first. But while you tell me the story, I'm going to have another soft
Have another
taco.
taco. I'm going to finish my hard taco. Wait, finish mine.
All right.
Because I'm getting full. So you've heard of Just Foods?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got invited last week to an event of theirs because they're launching the 2.0 version of their egg scramble. Have you tried the egg scramble?
No.
You haven't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
But you've tried like the mayo and their dressings and all that
Yeah.
stuff, right? All that stuff is delicious. I had tried their egg product and I thought it was delicious, amazing. I love the company. I've always supported them. When I got invited to this event, I was like super excited because I'm trying like the latest version of the egg product that I already loved. So I'm like, great, they've got the formula down and now they're just improving it. Awesome. I get to the event, we walk in, everything's beautiful. They had it at this hotel. First thing we do when we walk up, they had like a chef cooking the new product. And like they would allow like the guests to cook it themselves just to see like the texture, the consistency, all that stuff. What?
I'm going to burp.
Burp that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just burp. I don't want you to die.
Okay, so you're going to this event and it's bougie and they have them
Yeah.
cooking on site. That sounds very bougie.
Cooking on site,
This sounds wonderful.
letting us cook. So they're tray passing food, and one of the waiters offers me a little crostini with salmon on it, and he's like, "You want some salmon?" I know, right? It's a vegan company. I'm sorry, plant-based company. I don't think they like the word vegan.
Yeah. Like real salmon,
Yeah,
not,
like real
not
salmon.
like imitation salmon or...
Not the imitation salmon, because I kind of looked at it and I was like, that definitely looks like real salmon. So I was like, no, thank you. Like, kind of thrown off by it. So I'm like, okay, maybe they'll have like one option for any meat eater bloggers or whatever they invited. Brendan and I get in line to get cocktails and we're offered bacon wrapped just egg. Bacon wrapped. Mind you, we're at an event for a company that is, you know, claiming to be sustainable, about the planet, about...
Were you the only vegan person there?
No, that's the thing. There was tons of vegan people there, and vegan people who ate the bacon. Like, oh, fuck, this is real bacon, and they had to run to the bathroom to spit it out. There was 2 signs in like tiny little frames that were put like in separate ends of the event that had the menu items listed, and a couple of the items that were actually vegan didn't even say vegan, but it was mostly like meat products that they were serving.
It's really bizarre.
It is really bizarre, and I understand like if you're trying to like bring in a different audience, you're trying to like, you know, expand as a company and you want to like bring meat eaters and have them interested or whatever. I get it, but if you're inviting a bunch of vegan people and not putting any disclaimer whatsoever that there will be non-vegan options, tray pass, like,
Yeah.
you know, there was nothing. So I can actually show you the invite, like the original invite. It just says like, come for cocktails and try our new egg bites. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was nothing.
That's so weird.
Isn't
That's
that
so weird for a company because their whole. It's not like they have other markets, right? Like their whole thing is just plant-based,
Yeah.
like no animal products
No, yeah.
whatsoever.
And you know what's crazy about Best Foods is the reason why they created a vegan version of mayo is because just mayo was becoming such a huge competitor. Like first they tried to sue them and tell them that they couldn't call their product mayo because it wasn't real mayo, whatever the fuck that
Oh,
means.
that's weird.
I know.
That seems very petty.
And they failed, so then they were like, okay, then we're just gonna come out with a competitor, and they did. They came out with a competitor. So that tells you how much power, I guess, Just Foods must have as a plant-based company.
Wow.
So anyway, we ran into another person there that we knew was vegan, and we were all kind of like, what is happening? So there was one vegan option, and it was these like mini little sandwiches with the Just Food scramble and like sun-dried tomato and pesto or whatever. Had the little sandwiches, and then we noticed that one of the guys that we ran into, who we know like from the vegan community or whatever, had set down a couple of the sandwiches on a table, and we're like, oh, I'm not hungry anymore, you don't want those? And he's like, no, they started putting bacon on it without telling anybody. And I'm just like, okay, are we all
the world?
on some bad like hidden camera show right now. Like, let's see how vegans act if we offer them bacon.
That is such bizarre, like,
Right?
And obviously there's benefits to reducing animal products in the world. Like, obviously, and it's baby steps. So you can't expect people to go from 0 to 100. But that's very bizarre to do it. Your customer base has to be mainly people who are trying to avoid those other products. And like, I don't even eat pork. Like, that's just, like, pork's disgusting.
You know that I'm not one of those vegans that's like, meat is murder. Like, don't eat that. Like, I back off, I do my own thing, I mind my own business. If you ask me about it, I will tell you what I feel, but I'm not ever jumping down anyone's throat, like pushing my beliefs or anything. But even I was like, okay, that was bullshit. Like, why would you do that? And we left the event early because we're like so uncomfortable. We're like, this almost feels like it's a prank. Mm-hmm. So we left and I posted something on Instagram.
Did they reach out?
They did. So
whoa, what did they say?
So they DM'd me and they were like, oh my God, we're so sorry about this experience. Like,
because you couldn't have been the only person there who was complaining about it.
Well, no, there was a plant-based girl who was like literally live streaming, and then she gets offered the bacon, and then she's like, oh, may I have one? And then she's like, it's vegan, right? And he's like, no.
It's pure pork.
It's pure bacon. And she's like, oh, and then like kind of awkwardly pans away. There was a couple that overheard us talking about the sandwiches having bacon added to them, and they were like, wait, we had like the little like mini quiches, were those vegan? And we're like, no. The server told us, and she's like, well, he told me it was vegan. This guy.
This is a disaster.
The definition of a disaster. The guy that we were talking to who had set the sandwiches down, he was like, oh, is it vegan? And the guy was like, yeah. And so, I know, right? And then he's like, well, it's salmon. And he literally showed us, he like mimed, he's like, you know, like the fish, like, swims. And then I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, that's not vegan. So I'm like, y'all couldn't have had like a 5-minute pre-shift with the servers at the hotel and been like, vegan?
I mean, it just seems like it was a disaster from every level down.
Every level down, just a complete disaster.
And you have to know your audience. That's so bizarre.
They reached out to me in a DM and they were like, we want to hear about this experience. This sounds so awful. And I'm thinking like, oh, moment of relief. Like, whoever is at the top had no idea about this. So somebody on the lower level really fucked up.
Yeah, maybe like a manager who was running the event at the hotel, like didn't get the memo.
Oh, plant-based egg, throw some bacon on it. That'll get people to like it. Yeah. They reach out and they're like, we'd love to talk to you over the phone. And that means that they definitely have an explanation for this. Let me pickle that in my taco. I responded to them instantly and I'm like, I would love to speak to you guys. I would love to let you know about my experience, whatever. Here's my phone number. Call me anytime. They called me like 5 minutes later. I got on the phone with their PR person. Mm-hmm. She was very apologetic and she was like, I'd love to hear about the experience. And I was like, were you there last night? And she's like, no, I wasn't. Again, moment of relief. And I'm like, okay, she wasn't there witnessing all of this atrocity and not saying anything. So I explained everything. I go from the very beginning with the salmon, with the bacon and all of it. And I'm just like, look, like you're preaching about sustainability, but then you're serving it wrapped in bacon, like your sustainable plant-based product wrapped in bacon. It's like an oxymoron. Bacon is one of the least sustainable things on this planet. So what are you doing? Honestly, I get that it was more like of a damage control type situation because she wasn't giving me much, she was just apologizing. And I appreciate that, but she said something along the lines of like, well, we can't do all vegan at our events. And I was like, well, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but why? Yeah. And she's like, well, we can't have, you know, the plant-based product with the plant-based cheese and then the plant-based mayo.
I'm pretty sure you could.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Like, I think that is absolutely a thing.
Also, I feel like if you want to convince people to try your product, these people are going to come to your event anyway. You're offering them free food.
Yeah, I'll go to anywhere with free food.
To me, if you want to convince people that eggs are unnecessary, I feel like it's a bigger reaction if someone's like, holy shit, that's vegan? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Versus giving them an out and being like, well, yeah, of course the product is good. It was wrapped in bacon. Of course it tasted good. Anyways, another YouTuber made a video about it, kind of like calling them out about the whole situation and just asking for a response. So the CEO gets on the phone with him. Again, a glimmer of hope. Yeah. In this situation.
So what did he say?
So he was like, well, we just stand behind what we did. Like, we think that we want to expand to a bigger market. Essentially, like, defending everything and...
Which I get the idea, the concept of expanding to a bigger market, but it's like your market is literally plant-based.
Exactly, and also how did your company get to the point that it's at by vegans spending the money on it? At the end of the day, I think that vegans built that company. Me, I pride myself on the fact that in 8 years, I haven't bought any sort of animal products, none of that stuff. And so I'm giving my money to this company that's a little overpriced, and they're like, okay, we're gonna use that money and go buy bacon now.
Yeah. So are you gonna keep eating this product, or are you gonna switch?
That's what I want to find out at the end of the day, because.
What do you mean you want to find out? You are
no.
Ask yourself.
I'm undecided.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm undecided right now because after he got on the phone, he defended his actions. He kind of was like, we'll just agree to disagree and leave it at that. So, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple hours after he said that, he sent a text message to the guy he was on the phone with and was like, I had a change of heart. You're right that there's no need for us to put meat on our product. And that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. So we basically got, the result that we wanted, but the whole thing kind of left me feeling gross. I'm like, do I even want to support this company anymore?
Yeah, but that's, for the CEO to admit to that, because a lot of people won't, I was not expecting that as the end result of that story.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking you was going to be like, yeah, so they said, well, we agree to disagree.
Okay, so let me ask you as a meat eater, do you think that you would go to an event like this, you would try their product, a plant-based egg product, wrapped in bacon, and the next day you would go to the grocery store, and if you're someone who's going to buy bacon or any sort of meat, would you spend $9, which is how much their product cost, on a bottle that allegedly has 8 servings, but I think it's a little less than that? Or would you buy a carton of eggs because you're already a meat eater? A carton of eggs is like $2.
Very good question.
So, I'm dying to know. Drum roll.
Oh, from me, for real?
No, I really want to know. I actually really want to know what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, well, it's complicated to ask someone like me because I'm lucky to have you as a friend, and so I'm a little bit more educated. I also find eating eggs revolting. So just the concept of them are disgusting to me.
Yeah.
So I do buy, egg substitutes if it ever calls for it in a recipe or whatever. So I don't know if I'm the best person to answer that. So, but I think the average meat eater would not give it a double thought, so buy a carton of eggs.
So basically what I want is for Just Foods to rest easy hearing it from someone who's a non-vegan that it is the right decision to leave the meat off of your product.
Oh, 100% it is. Yeah. I mean, that's so foolish. It's like a foolish concept.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you for giving me your perspective. I'm really glad that I got to get the perspective of someone who's not vegan about that whole situation because I was left feeling kind of confused and sad about it. But that brings me back to Beyond. We love you, Beyond. Happy Beyond Day. I can't say it enough. So, this is Jared's first time trying the Carl's Jr. burger. And it is a very exciting moment.
I'm so excited because the only thing I love more than a soft taco is a hamburger. I love hamburgers and fries and tacos.
Hamburgers and fries and tacos.
And I also love ketchup. I don't love pizza.
You know what? Yeah. Okay, so the Carl's Jr. burgers, they come with a special sauce, the mayo and a cheese, which are normally not vegan. We obviously got ours vegan, so it comes with the special sauce, which looks like it's a ketchup.
With relish or something, onions and pickles chopped
onion,
up.
Tomato, lettuce, yeah.
Oh, and there's pickles on there too?
And there's pickles.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And then I always get a little extra bit of ketchup on the side because I like to.
Ketchup
I like to dip into my ketchup. Mm-hmm. Ketchup is one of my favorite food groups.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I'm one of those people who will dip dip things in ketchup that don't belong.
Have you tried ketchup chips?
Yes, I have.
I think it's only a Canadian thing, but they are so.
Yeah, I've got to try them once and then.
All right.
I dip them in ketchup.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I love these burgers.
I'm good.
So, my job, sometimes I'm coming home late.
Mm-hmm.
I get off at 2 a.m., so I'm home by 3. And I used to come home starving. Mm-hmm. And not to say that this is the best food choice at 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's just so nice that I finally have an option. I can go through the drive-thru, get myself my
Fast
burger.
food gets us all by those hours.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure the first time that I went through the Carl's Jr. drive-thru at 3 o'clock in the morning and got this burger, I teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's being vegan for as long as I have.
Do you want me to give you my chef review?
I want the chef review.
I'm not a chef, but I'm gonna give you a food critic review.
Okay.
I like how it tastes.
You like salad taste, y'all?
Because I love a burger. I have one.
Sorry, I'm an only child. I forget to think about other people.
It just tastes like when, because I've tried all the burgers at all the fast food places.
Yeah.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Rally's, Checkers, Sonic's. I know them all.
So,
And this tastes just like them.
you think it competes?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I also like how big it is.
Nice big burger. You know what?
Hmm.
Also, Burger King just announced that they are launching the Impossible Burger.
No way.
It's gonna be in all their locations. I don't know when. Hopefully soon. But my body is ready.
It's really delicious.
What?
Did they make a special bun so it's vegan too?
Everything's vegan.
Wow.
I know.
You just have to ask for no cheese and no mayonnaise.
No cheese, no mayo. I love it. I love Beyond. I feel like they're changing the world. Because a lot of the people that are really difficult to convince. Tinka!
Come here, Tinka.
Tinka wants back up. I will say, I feel like the people who are the most difficult to convince are the people who kind of live off fast food. There's a lot of people who just eat fast food.
Yeah. Which is sad. Because you shouldn't eat it every day.
No, but you know what?
But damn, it's good.
I'm not trying to judge. I am just grateful for companies like Beyond because you are putting your product in the right places. The places that normally people go to that are difficult to convince, so. And obviously, if you're gonna do fast food and you wanna be a little bit healthier, you now have an option and it tastes just as good.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like, surely, I mean, I haven't looked up any of the nutritional value of anything, and I don't. But surely this has got to be a bit healthier than eating like a...
It is. I've actually seen Beyond has like a side-by-side health chart with a regular burger. So I'll actually post a photo of that in the video. So I'll show you that.
Because it's got to be less fat and less all sorts of shit.
No question. Is it bad that I want to dive into a taco?
Go for it.
Oh my god, I'm doing it.
I'm going to finish my
Finish it.
hamburger.
I'm going to leave this much, but I will be back to it shortly.
It's also sad that I have 2 drinks over there.
You do. Can I have this hot taco or did you want it? Okay. I think there's one more right there. Get some hot sauce up on there.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you very much. I remember, like, years ago, I think it was before I had even moved to California, I think I went to Burger King. Okay, so Jared has never tried the Beyond Crumble in a taco or anything, right?
No, I've had a Beyond Burger one time from the grocery store when you guys made it for something.
That's it? Okay, wow. Okay, so this is a
very
big
excited.
deal. So this is the first time him trying the fast food version, the Beyond Burger from Carl's Jr. and the Beyond Taco from
Del Taco.
So let's see. I'm very excited to see his real reaction to this. What do you think? It's bomb, right?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, it's really good.
Isn't it so good?
I just got a little piece of avocado in there too. They don't charge extra for the avocado?
No. It's like a replacement for the cheese, which is how it should be everywhere. Well,
This is so good.
it's so bomb. So,
You know how they always make fun of taco meats at fast food tacos, saying like it's not real meat?
yeah, because most of the time it's like, not
Yeah,
right?
so this is really, I honestly can't tell a difference between this and a, like when you get a normal taco or
Like the
whatever.
ground beef
Like,
or whatever?
Yeah,
I know.
it's really good.
So I went the day that it was released. I think it was the 25th of April. Got the taco, so it's not my first time trying it, but I've pretty much eaten one every day since, which I think I need to chill. But I told all my friends about it. I posted about it on social media, and one of my girlfriends who's not vegan went and got it and posted about it and told me that she liked it more than the meat version. So.
I know this is so good. I'm not vegan either. But they're about to convert me with this taste.
Plot twist, Jared is not vegan, so this is a non-vegan trying all the vegan fast food options. And I ordered their one and only veggie burger option. I swear that shit still had like frostbite in it because it was probably sitting in their freezer for like 5 years. It was so bad. I didn't even finish it. I was like, okay, we're not there yet, I guess.
Yeah, because I remember having Oh my gosh, such a boring long story. But long story short, I had a bite of someone's like veggie Burger King burger years ago, and I was like, this is disgusting.
Oh, so bad.
And then, but good God, how far we've come.
I know, right? It's crazy. 8 years ago when I first became vegan, if you had told me this would be my situation right now, I'd be like, yeah, maybe in like 50 years. 8 years.
Yeah.
Such a short time. So much has progressed. Imagine another 8 years.
Whew.
All right.
I'm slowing it down.
So let's wrap up the mukbang because we're both getting super full.
Getting so full.
I think we still have like
We still have like 4 or 5 tacos,
4 or 5
the rest
tacos.
of our burgers,
The rest of
some
our burger.
fries, but I don't know.
So tell us how you feel about all this. Give us a nice ending.
Well, you know, I'm like loving the taste of everything. From a standpoint of just someone who like loves fast food and loves to eat, I think it's awesome that this is like an option. I think that, like, I have no complaints. I'm not, you know.
You're not like, oh, but I would still get the meat option over there.
Yeah,
So,
it's
no.
not. I mean, and you know, I am a believer. Like, I know obviously you're vegan for so many reasons, like the ethical reasons, but I think also on a level of like saving the planet. Like, I loved when Paul McCartney did the Meatless Monday. I know this is my second time bringing it up, but I think even like small changes, people who are so used, like I grew up in the South, people eat meat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and for snacks, and it's just like, I mean, disgusting, but you know, you can't, like we already covered it all. You can't change someone, but you can make small changes, and I think giving people the option to make those small changes is kind of genius because we have to, I mean, good God, we have to stop somewhere, you know, and all you read the articles about all the stuff that farming cows and pigs creates in the atmosphere. Like, we don't need to breed that stuff. So if going through the drive-thru and making something this simple of a change can make a difference, like, why the fuck not?
Why wouldn't you? Exactly.
Yeah, and it's really good. Like, someone who eats fast food pretty regularly, not to brag.
Me too.
But it's so, I mean, it's really good. Like, to me, I would have no, and I'm constantly trying to watch, you know, it's like the battle. I'm trying to be healthy, but then like I'll have a late night coming home a little, you know, maybe I need to swing through the drive-thru, whatever. But to have that option and still like be able to cut, you know, 100, 200, whatever, how many calories. That's so smart.
It is, yeah, and you don't sacrifice anything. Normally, people are used to making a sacrifice when they choose the vegan option. You're not
like a
sacrificing
salad.
anything. Yeah. Who wants to go to Del Taco or Carl's Jr. and get a salad? Nobody does. There's no point.
Yeah.
So, yay! Meat eater perspective, mukbang. First impression.
Are you burping too?
I don't know. I think I'm about to throw up actually.
my God,
did not
so
keep
full.
count of how many tacos I had, but I'm pretty sure I just had like 7 tacos in a row. And then I had half my Carl's Jr. burger.
Because full disclosure, every time we cut, we had another bite of something.
We definitely did. I've not stopped eating.
But yeah, I say from a meat eater's perspective, switch it up. Cut the calories, save the planet. I mean, it's so easy. You don't have to do anything differently. The cost was the same as their big burgers there.
Yeah, well,
it's so wild.
Even better because we got free tacos. We got like 3 free tacos, and then we got our burgers for free.
Yeah.
And that was because of Beyond Days. It's not every day, but still, like,
yeah.
it's pretty fucking great. So thank you for discussing the Just Foods dilemma that I'm having. Thank you for
Get it
trying.
together, Just Foods.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I'm just still conflicted about their
I say give them
morals.
another chance. Here's
them
my
another
opinion. You should
chance?
give them another chance.
Okay.
And then, you know, if they mess up again, then no more. Because there are other options out there.
Exactly. So
That's the tea.
that's the tea.
And that's the Dr. Pepper.
Now we're gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, literally food coma.
Because literal food coma, I can feel it coming on. Like everything's getting blurry right now.
Yeah, me too.